Hello person watching this video. My name is Nico Neko, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokémon Yellow. Last time, we made our way across the Nugget Bridge and beat all 5 trainers, as well as a member of Team Rocket. Not only that, but we came across our rival Gary and had a nice battle with him. And it turns out that the whole team is doing fantastically well. That was quite the victory. And going across that bridge gave us some good training too. Everyone's doing well, and now it's time to catch ourselves a grass-type Pokemon. And I'm going to do just that over here in the tall grass. Let's see what we can find. I'm hoping to get Oddish. That's the one I truly want to catch, so if I find a Bellsprout... Oh well, there you go. There's Oddish, level 12. Let's catch that guy right now. I'm going to start with Sleep Powder, and then I'll weaken him with a Tackle. I don't want to use Confusion on Oddish because it's not just a grass type, it's also part poison type, so using a psychic type move might be way too much. He woke up already. Well, go back to sleep, Oddish. Luckily for us, Absorb is not going to do much damage to Ringo. Not only is a grass type move not effective against a bug type, but it's also not effective against a flying type. So you can see why it's not doing much to us. I figured Ringo was the right man for the job when it came to catching Pokemon. Since we can put them to sleep, it's perfect. There's another Pokemon I'd love to catch here that's very difficult to catch. It's, well, maybe I should just keep the surprise for you. But it's a Pokemon that we absolutely need to put to sleep if we want to catch. 2, 3, yes! Oddish was caught! First try. I need to go buy more Pokeballs, however. I just noticed I was running out. It may be mistaken for a clump of weed. If you try to yank it out of the ground, it shrieks horribly. Now, what is that a reference to, I wonder? It's a reference to the Mandragora mythical creature. It's said that when you pull them out of the ground, they screech. How should we call Oddish? I'm going to call you Lily. Lily was transferred to someone's PC. So, that's one thing done. And as I said, now we need to beat the trainers and make our way to Bill's house. I saw your feet from the grass. Let's see here. A junior trainer wants to fight, and he's got Rattata. A level 14 Rattata. This shouldn't be difficult. Let's just go with Confusion right from the start. It's nice to be back home. Last episode I said that I spent the weekend at a convention and at my girlfriend's place. And because I was gone for so long, my friend Charles was the one looking after my cats. And it was the first time I had to leave my cats alone for 2 days like this. Well, I say alone. They got to see Charles, but I meant it was the first time I had to leave my cats for 2 days. And I really missed them. Their behavior was so strange when I got back. You could tell they were not fans of me leaving for such a long time. But now they're in a good mood again, and they're right next to me as I record this. Hello! I'm not good at raising Pokemon. I should release my Charmander because I haven't raised it well. If you promise me you'll care for it, it's yours. Well, yes, I accept. I always wanted to train a Charmander, and it would be great to have a fire type on the team. Ash got Charmander! Do you want to give a nickname to Charmander? Let's call it Char, as a reference to Char Aznable from Mobile Suit Gundam. 3 times faster than average. Take good care of Charmander! I will! I can't wait to train Charmander. This is going to be amazing. Now there's so many Pokemon I want to train. We need to have a rotation on the team. That's for sure. A good place to train Charmander would be here, since there's so many grass types and bug types, so I think I'll do just that next time. But for now, let's fight this guy here. A hiker. I just got down from Mount Moon, but I'm ready. A tough hiker guy. Look at his right arm. I always thought it was a gross hand that was really poorly drawn, but if you look closely, it's actually his arm, like, on his side. What you see here is not his hand at all, but to me that's what it always looked like. Hiker sent out Machop, a fighting type, just like Lee. Fighting type versus fighting type. Come on, Lee. Show him who the best martial artist is. Machop is all about muscles, right? It's not about martial arts. Let's go for another karate chop. But that's cutting it close. Oh, that's scary. Can you take it, Lee? Ooh, that was rough. Alright, one final karate chop and victory is yours, and then you can take some rest. I didn't mean to get you so damaged, I'm sorry. I didn't call my shots right. Lee doesn't have a lot of defense. We're going to have to switch around. Who should fight Geodude? Let's send out Nina. There's so many Pokemon I'd love to train until the next episode. I think what I'm going to do is, once I've paid a visit to Bill and gotten the item I mentioned earlier, then I'm going to do some training. The Pokemon I'd love to train until next time are the ones that I have in storage right now, which means I'd love to give Pidgey some training, as well as Clefairy, Oddish, and Charmander. And while I'm at it, I might as well give some training to that Magikarp I caught. There's so many Pokemon I want to train that what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to keep Picard as my leader, and I'm going to replace all the others with the ones I have in storage. I'll give them some training, and then when I assemble the team, I'll do a mix and match of all the ones that I trained, and we'll just rotate it from there. What do you guys think? Sounds good? Okay, let's go heal up. That was pretty nasty. Poor Lee, he took quite a beating from that matchup. I'm going to have to give Lee some more training because he's really lacking in the defense department, and, well, I know that a strong attack can make up for that, but there's only so much you can do. If you can't one-shot your opponent, then that leaves you open for attack. That's what I meant when I said that Lee was like a glass cannon. Or, I don't know if I was talking about Lee when I said about the glass cannon metaphor. I'd have to look back. I may have contradicted myself right there. Let's make our way back to that road. I really want to get that Bulbasaur. Once we're done visiting Bill, I'm going to go see her again and see if we can get Bulbasaur too. Imagine having Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle on the team. That sounds amazing. It's something I always wanted to do in Pokemon Red. In the end, I did it, but that was from training with my friends. Getting them all in the same playthrough is amazing. Maybe Lee needs to fight again. Let's see what this kid has here. Local trainers come here to practice. You see, the road we're on right now reminds me of that road where, in the anime, Ash, Brock, and Misty met with AJ, that trainer who had a really overpowered Sandshrew. I always wonder if it was around here. There, low kick. Is it strong enough? Oh yeah, that was great. Much better. And a Spearow. I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch to Rick. Rick versus Spearow. This looks like a fair fight, but with Hyper Fang, it's not even fair, right? We're going to finish Spearow off with a quick attack. After all, speed is Rick's forte. Speed and strength. Really, Rick is a great Pokemon. When I look at my team, I still imagine that the ones who have the most fighting spirit are Lee and Rick. And I think that Nino can get very competitive too. But he's mostly like the strong Pokemon who will defend the team, like a big brother. That's how I see him. Is this a bug catcher? I wonder. Let's keep Lee. I want Lee to get some training. I'd love him to get to level 17 or even 18. By the time we're done with this road, Misty should be no problem. But even if I say that, oh, that's not a good matchup. Before I say what I wanted to say, I'll switch around. If we're going to be fighting Slowpoke, I'll switch to Rick again. What I wanted to say was, even if my team gets really strong, I would love for Oddish to be the one to fight Misty. I always loved training Oddish. Oh, this is bad. This hurts. No, I'm going to send out Picard. Slowpoke is both a psychic type and a water type, so I'm going to use Picard's electricity to my advantage. That's better. Maybe I should have went with Picard from the start. I didn't want Rick to take some damage like that. There you go, that's one Slowpoke down. At least Lee got some level up out of it. And that was his only Pokemon, but it was a strong one, I'll admit it. That Slowpoke can get pretty scary. What are we fighting next? Oh, I want Rick to fight again. Let's see, what have I got? I don't have any healing items. And I'm out of Pokeballs. It's time to go and do some shopping. I'm going to go grab a few Pokeball. I'm going to buy some potions. There's only so much I can buy though. I want to save up some money for later on, but I need a pharmacy and I need Pokeballs if I want to catch more Pokemon later on. Especially since once we're done with Cerulean City and we head south, there's a Pokemon I really want to catch there. I'm excited to catch a bunch of Pokemon. I don't know how many I'll end up trading. How many I'll end up training in this playthrough. But it's probably going to be a lot. So, expect to see a lot of variety. But don't worry. The original team that we have right now will always be part of the team in some form or another. And if I have Nino, I'm probably going to keep Nina as well. I don't want to separate the brothers and sisters. So if they're around, it's always going to be as a pair. Let's keep it up. I think we're halfway done with that road. Things are starting to speed up. Okay, there's that hiker I want to fight. Usually hikers have either fighting types or rock types. So I'm going to switch to... Ringo. If it's a rock type, I can use my psychic moves against it. And if it's a fighting type, then it should be easy, just like that Mankey at the end of the Nugget Bridge. He's got Onix. And quite a strong one too, level 17. I'm going to put it to sleep first. Especially if it lowers my defense like that. It's better to put them to sleep. That's going to be my ace in the hole in a lot of battles. Putting your opponent to sleep really gives you a big advantage, at least for a few turns. It usually buys you the time you need. Especially against a fast opponent like Onix. Let's keep going. There you go. Oh, that was a big amount of experience. We got a level up out of it. And we're learning Supersonic. Now, which move should I get rid of? I definitely want to keep Sleep Powder. Poison Powder? Not so much. If any Pokemon is going to put the opponent into a poisoned status, I think it should be oddish. But at the same time, I don't think I will ever use Tackle again. So Tackle will be the move to go for now. There you go, that's how we learn Supersonic. Being able to put your opponent to sleep and confuse them just puts all the chances on your side. Okay, now it's Rick's turn to fight. Let's go. Another lass. Hi, my boyfriend is cool. Ah, good for you. Hello, lass. It's a Nidoran. Nidoran versus Rattata. Hyper Fang! Be careful of its horn attack. I sure hope it doesn't use double kick. That's something to worry about. There you go. Oh, she's got both Nidoran, just like me. That's a good choice. I always love these two. We're really lucky that she didn't go for double kick. That could have been nasty. And another level up? All the way up to 17 already. Rick is growing nicely too. Another hiker. This time, let's go with Lee again. I want to give this a shot in case he's got rock types. If I notice he's using fighting types, I'll switch to Ringo. I don't want Lee to take unnecessary damage. We're almost at the end of that route. But rock types are fine. Especially since they're very heavy, so low kick should be especially useful against them. See what I mean? There you go. I never really took the time to train a Geodude. I always wondered how strong he was. Something I really dislike about rock types is how vulnerable they are to really common types. I don't think I know anyone who doesn't use a water type at the very least, and well, rock types are just so weak to water types. So I'm not a fan of using them. I mean, I understand that rock types have a very high defense stat, and that if you use them on something that's not good against rock types, like a normal type or a bug type, then they're basically just unstoppable walls. But it's so easy to take them down that I just don't get it. I have this running joke with my friends, or, well, mostly just with myself to be honest, but I always say that, oh, why did I switch to Rick? Oh, this is a problem. I'll try to make the most of it and see if Rick can win. I always say that Onix is the disappointment Pokemon. Where to switch? Because in the show, Onix always looked like such a strong Pokemon. It's ginormous. How weak could a rock snake possibly be? I mean, it just looks so powerful, and then when I finally saw Onix in the game and saw what a weakling he is, I was so disappointed. I mean, how could they mess it up so badly? Its attack stat is terrible, it's weak to so many things, you can easily one-shot it. It's basically just there to give you decent experience when you take it down. I never knew anyone at all, who used Onix in battle. He's just not good, in my opinion. I might be wrong, and maybe Steelix is actually a very decent Pokemon, but as far as Onix is concerned, I don't know. I've yet to be proven wrong when I say that he's a disappointment. There's even a Pokemon trading card that they made, a special Onix, where you just see him cowering inside a cave and watching the rain fall, and it looks so miserable, the poor thing. I mean, it's like that card is basically how I feel about Onix in trading card form. I should I should take that illustration of Onyx and stretch it to a poster size and just display it on my wall. Or at the very least, on my fridge. Maybe I could find a quote to go with it, something about disappointment. After all, life is full of tiny disappointments here and there. You have to live with that. Sometimes you're just an Onyx. Oh, Seismictos. Who should learn Seismictos? I'm not going to teach it to anyone just yet. There's so many Pokemon I want to train, and I know that Clefairy's default moveset is not that great, so I'd love to give him a really interesting and varied moveset. If I could teach him a water type move, an electric type move, and a fighting type, all the better. Let's see. I think it's time for Rick to get into battle again. We're going to fight that trainer, right here. Oh, he knew he had to fight us apparently. Is he psychic or something? I doubt it, youngster. But he's got an Ekans. For some reason it looks like Rick is always fighting these Ekans. A rat fighting a bunch of snakes. I'd love to see that. Oh, he's getting constricted, the poor thing. We're trapped. I think I'm going to finish that Ekans off with a quick attack. I don't want him to use Wrap again. I sure hope his next Pokemon is not Ekans, that's for sure. It's Sandshrew, huh? If I'm fighting Sandshrew... I'm going to send out... Nino. It's Nino's turn to go. He was getting bored just watching. He may be at a high level, but that doesn't mean he can't participate in a single fight. Oh, not again with the sand attack. They always use that. If I don't miss next turn, I'm very lucky. Huh. What do you know? Actually got lucky there. Huh, he knew he'd lose too. I see. That's interesting. Let's send out Nina. She wants to fight too. Let's fight her. The last trainer before Bill's house. My friend has a cute Pokemon. I'm so jealous. I wonder what Pokemon she's referring to. Well, she's got Oddish. I'd say it's pretty cute. Let's go with Scratch. Always a reliable move. And that Absorb is not gonna be useful against Nina, being that she's a poison type. I didn't like that sound behind me. It's like one of my model kits just fell. I'm going to have to see which one it was. My cats sometimes like to get on that shelf and move the model kits around. Sometimes they knock them out by accident. Knock them over. I actually build a lot of Gundam model kits. After this episode, I'm going to have to call it a night. I'm getting tired as well. I'm starting to have a hard time saying what I want to say. But we're right about the 25-minute mark. As soon as we're done meeting with Bill, I'll make it back to the Pokemon Center and then we'll call it an episode. There we go. Let's keep it up. This is not very difficult for Nina. And who knows, maybe by the end of that battle, she'll level up. What I would really like is for Nino and Nina to learn some new moves. By the time the next episode begins, I'll have trained. What I'm going to do is, I'll finish with Bill, make it to the Pokemon Center, save, and next time I'll show you all the training I did, but it's going to be a lot of training. I don't want to do all of my training off screen, of course. I'd love you to see some of that, because it's always fun to see Pokemon grow and learn all the moves, so I won't take away that fun from you. But I will train them a little bit at least, so that they get a little head start. Oh, what's going on here? Picar looks confused. What is this? Hey, I'm a Pokemon! No, I'm not. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokémaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? I'm not joshing you. I screwed up an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. So, how about it? Help me out here. Sure, what do I have to do? When I'm in the teleporter, go to my PC and run the cell separation system. Oh, so he's got a Jeff Goldblum, the Fly situation going on. He got combined with a Pokemon. Well, let's do what he says. Ash initiated teleporter's cell separator. So this should separate him from the Pokemon and turn him back to human, right? We definitely hear something happening. Whoa! Shocked! How did that happen? Yeehaw! Thanks, bud. I owe you one. So, did you come to see my Pokemon collection? You didn't? That's a bummer. I've got to thank you. Oh, here. Maybe this'll do. And we got our St. Anne ticket. Basically, that allows us to get on this huge ship. Well, Bill says it right here. That cruise ship, St. Anne, is in Vermilion City. Its passengers are all trainers. They invited me to their party, but I can't stand fancy dudes. Why don't you go instead of me? And that's just what we're going to do. Luna! My cat was climbing on my snake's terrarium. Never a good sign when that happens. Oh, Pikachu, don't be all confused. It's over. Bill is fine, see? Once we step out and we go back inside, if we look at his PC, we can see his favorite Pokemon list. We've got Eevee, Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. All evolutions of Eevee with different elements. And I always love these Pokemon. I can't wait to get one of them on my team. Now, I'm going to ask, and I don't know if anyone's going to reply to this, but if you do, good for you. You're going to win that poll by default if you're the only one answering. How should we evolve Eevee? It's in quite a while, so that gives you a bit of time to answer. Just let me know which form of Eevee we should go for, and I'll go for that one. Regardless of what my team is at that moment, I'm going to go for the most popular voted option. Let's heal up and take some rest. And I'm going to do just that in real life too. I'm going to go to bed. My cats are pretty restless though, so I don't know how well that's going to go. They seem to love to play tag in the middle of the night. That usually wakes me up, but it's fun hearing them around the house. I mean, it's so much better than living by myself. I always had my snake with me, but he's not the most talkative or active guy. Mostly just chills around and minds his own business. So it's cool having those two cats with me, Luna and Picar. Well, enough about my cats. Next time, I'm going to have trained a whole bunch with my little guys who are in storage here. Speaking of storage, take a look. Since we've met Bill, now my storage system is called Bill's PC. I always thought it was a nice touch. Well, until next time guys, I wish you all a good night. And thanks for watching!